9:12 left to go, first quarter of play. Cougars strike first. They lead this one 3-0 on the strength of a 36-yard field goal by Alex Allen. The junior had a nice little line drive kick that found its way through the middle. We're going to see the special teams unit for the first time today for the Pioneers. Let's see what they can muster up. They find themselves down 3-0. Alex Allen will come on to do the kicking duties for the kickoff. Pioneers will work right to left across your radio dial. The ball right in the middle of the 40-yard line and a big circle. The kick is up. It'll be a beauty. This one taken right about the left hash mark on the 5-yard line. Stepping back, works his way across the 10, up to the 15, still on his feet. There's a flag on the play. Wrapped up and spun down right at about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been a block in the back. You know, there was a little traffic going through there, so it looks like there's going to be a hold. Mind you, but once there's traffic like that and the guy gets through, more than likely a flag will come out. So we'll see what this Leavenworth team can do. The Pioneers run a nice little spread offense, so we're gonna get two contrasting styles. We're gonna get the ground and pound and the air attack from these two teams.
Pioneers picked up their first win last week against district opponent Wyandotte High School. It'll be a 10-yard penalty after the initial block in the black on the Pioneers. It'll set them back and it'll move them right to the 10-yard line. They'll start on the 10-yard line on the far hash mark at the top of your screen. 3-4 set, 3 down linemen for the Cougars to start things out. One back right directly behind Judson Cole, the senior. 2 receivers split to each of your side. That'll equal 4. Low snap. This one's going to be bobbled in the backfield, and quickly Jason Randall fell on it. He saw that it was bobbled in the backfield and saw that it hit the ground, and he quickly fell.
In this series, not starting off like the Pioneers wanted. First off with the penalty, then the bobbled and the fumble off of that first play from scrimmage for this team. So if they really want to get moving, it's about 90 plus yards to go to either tie this game or get the lead. So they're really going to have to get it together and tighten it up really quick.
Cole about 3 steps away from the end zone. Jason Randall is actually touching the line of the goal line. 4 receivers set once again. Belts-Knight Hap going to throw near side, overthrown. The intended receiver was Dakota Hamlin right on the near side part of your screen. Hamlin had a little bit of seam. Had he been able to catch it, he could have worked his way up for the first down across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, on that play, it looked like he had a little bit of alligator arms. That and he figured he couldn't get to the ball, so he tried to one-hand it. But as a receiver, no matter where you're at, try and get 2 hands on it if you can. I believe he had the opportunity to do that.
Spread formation once again. Randall directly behind him. Handoff going to go Randall up the middle, and he's wrapped up and hit before he ever had a chance to get to the line of scrimmage. He was spun down on the right side hash mark.
Yeah, I believe that tackle is going to go to number 36, I want to say, Spencer Cook. From my vantage point.
It'll bring a punt situation, and so the Pioneers are going to be backed up all the way in their end zone. Talking to the coaches early on, they said they wanted to score first. It's not going to help if you can't get out of the end zone. 8 minutes left to go, first quarter of play. The punting unit will come on for the Pioneers. Backed up into his own end zone, about 2 steps away from the out-of-bounds marker to the left of the goal line. The kick is up, and it's going to be a beauty, this one, across the 30. Bounces at the 33, takes a Pioneer bounce up to the 37, where it'll be marked dead. So that's where we're going to see the Shawnee Mission Northwest offense come out once again. They put 3 points up on the board in their first drive. Let's see what they can do here again.
Yeah, one of the things that you're looking at, there's not going to be any Danny Manning on this series, so I would expect maybe a little bit of an air attack, try and balance it out on this series. But one thing, if you're Leavenworth, you do not want, a quick short field for this Cougar team to drive on. So one of the things you want to do is, continue running that 4-4 stack, keep people moving, keep this team guessing. So let's see what happens on this series.
So Colton Dirks will come out to start the second drive of the game. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. Alex Allen as well as Devin Shockley sends a man in motion as Blake Evans and Hankies go all over the field. I think we're going to have an illegal formation.
That, or we could have it, looks like it may be a false start. It was jumping on both sides. It just depends on, from the referee's vantage point, who jumped first.
Flags came from both the side judge and the back judge. It's going to go against the defensive line of Leavenworth, so we'll back them up 5 yards. It'll make it a 1st and 5 opportunity for the Cougars. Blake Evans comes into the game once again as he was quickly subbed back out and checked back in. 7:41 left to go. First quarter of play. Cougars on top, working left to right in their orange uniforms. Working on the left hash mark. Two-back set. Shotgun formation. One receiver goes in motion. It's Evans to the top of your screen. Handoff going to go right up the middle. Right side is going to be a quarterback keeper. Across it up to the 25, maybe to the 24-yard line is Colton Dirks as he gets almost the first down on his feet.
And that was just great misdirection off of the shotgun. 2 or 3 guys had the ball, but Dirks had it the whole time, just figuring out that seam in between the tackles and just making a great run.
It won't be enough to pick up the first down mark, so we first and 10 ball. 25-yard line of Leavenworth Pioneers. Cougars looking to strike once again. They have pretty much been in Pioneer territory all afternoon. They started their first drive right at the 40-yard line, quickly got into Pioneer territory on a first down carry by Danny Manning. I formation set, handoff going to go. Rolls out near side, going to throw. Has a receiver right at the 20-yard line, across the 20 to the 15, where he's down and pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, that was Eric Pinkelman, one of your guys' favorite names. And Pinkelman catches the ball, bobs a little bit, pulls it in, great awareness to keep moving upfield, not trying to get out of bounds and trying to go down and, avoid the contact, kind of embracing the contact a little bit, and, getting that extra yards after catch, very important for a receiver.
Both teams coming off big wins in the first round of district play, looking to go 2-0 and potentially have that big Kansas playoff berth. I formation set once again for Dirks. Dirks goes under center. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Works his way up across the 10-yard line before he squirts his way to the 9. Good pickup on first down, and that's what you like to see, be able to give the ball to your backs and just let them do the work.
Yeah, and one of the things I definitely love, if you're going to run the football, the offensive line has to give a good push. And I'm seeing these guys in between the tackles, something that really Leavenworth was hoping for and wanting to embrace. They haven't been able to stop it yet. These offensive linemen are doing a heck of a job right now.
Zach Calvert as well as Alex Evans will take place. Two-back set once again. Handoff going to go near side to go to the fullback and Colin Penderson.
Looks like we have a fumble.
And we might have a fumble as Leavenworth is signaling that they got it. Let's wait for the official word. It will be a turnover off the fumble. So a big get for the Leavenworth Pioneers.
And that's one of the last things you wanted. I mean, this Shawnee Mission Northwest team, even though they ran the football, they've had 6 fumbles all season long, so it's not like this team has given away the football a lot, but that's one of the last things you want to see, especially when you're driving inside the red zone.
If you're going to win here in the second season of the year, you got to win the turnover battle, and that's what Leavenworth is trying to do. Hey, everybody, the weather may be cooling down, but you can still keep a hot tan. Stop into Bass Tanning anytime and keep that goal all year long. Bass Tanning right across from Sonic on 40 Highway, 724-2288, where the beds are cool and the tans are hot. Bass Tanning, 6:32 left to go. Leavenworth will come out for their second drive of the day. The defense just got a big turnover on a fumble. That's where we will see Judson Cole come out to lead this offense. Touches the ground, takes a belt-high snap, going to throw far side, has a receiver, completed pass across the 10, cuts back to the near side, works his way maybe to the 14-yard line before the play is dead.
Yeah, one of the things I definitely see, especially out of the spread off, is that nice little swing pass. If you have everybody rushing down the field a little bit, I think you can, just throw that nice little 3-yard out, whether it's, 3 yards behind line of scrimmage or even 2 yards ahead. As long as you can give them a little space and give them that little lead on that throw, give them down the field, set up the blocks. That's something they did right there.
Mark DeBeck as well as C.J. Baker, the 2 receivers to the near side part. Judson touches the ground once again. Low snap, corrals it. Rolls out near side. Going to take it himself across the 10, up to the 15, finds a hole, cuts back middle, still on his feet across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Good run by Judson Cole as he took it from about the 15-yard line up to the 40-yard line.
And I was really impressed by that play. That's one of those designed rollouts that you see on NCAA 12 or something where the guy just takes the ball and he just goes, I'll go about 15 yards out of the way and I'll just run it upfield.
It was a good run nonetheless. 5:45 left to go, still in the first quarter of play here at District Stadium on the campus of Shawnee Mission North. Shotgun formation once again as Jason Randall is about 2 yards behind Judson Cole. Handoff will go to be a quarterback keeper looking for the pitch. Going to throw it across the 40. Maybe got to the 42-yard line. Looks like they'll lose a yard on that one.
And we do have a penalty flag on the field.
Mark DeBeck was the option runner.
Looks like we will have a hold. Yep. Looks like we will have a hold on. Looks like Leavenworth. Wish we could. It could be like college or pro. Can identify the number because there's about 2 or 3 guys that were kind of getting in there in that little bunch.
So a hold on the offensive line of the Leavenworth Pioneers. Will back it up 5 yards and we'll do it again. So it'll be 1st and 15, ball right at the 34-yard line. Pioneers trying to get into Cougar territory after the big run by Judson Cole. Pioneers are a team that don't like to run the ball a lot. They're more of a spread formation type of team. We heard them, they want to throw it, and they want to have even distribution in the pregame talk with the coach.
Yeah, and one of the things you see, especially in a 3-4, it is susceptible to a spread offense. So Leavenworth, if they can execute it right, they're in a great position to win this ball game.
Low snap once again. Cole is going to keep it himself across the middle. Works his way to the 39. Ingles right side.
Looks like we have another fumble.
We might have another fumble. Shawnee Mission Northwest saying that they got the ball this time.
But it looks like he was signaled as down. So, yeah, he was signaled as down. So Leavenworth does keep the football.
Clock continuing to roll here. First quarter of play. 4:48 left to go. So you can hear the Shawnee Mission Northwest band playing in the background. 2nd and 14 for the Pioneers. Spread formation once again. 2 receivers split to the near side, 2 to the far side. Cole touches the ground once again. Belt high snap. Cole going to roll out near side. Going to throw right-handed. Cole has a receiver. That's Dakota Hamlin. Was right at the 49-yard line.
And Hamlin took a nice shot. That's a USDA prime choice hit right there. That was a great tackle. But he does keep possession. Or did they call that incomplete?
It was an incomplete pass.
Wow.
It looks like he had it on the hit. It must have bobbled out of his hands. He never must have had full possession. So it'll be big 3rd down, 3rd and 14. They need to get into Cougar territory right at the 47-yard line for a first down. 5 receivers set as they put everybody out there this time. Belt high snap. Going to throw is Hudson. Has a receiver across the middle. Breaks one tackle across the 50 and into Cougar territory to the 47-yard line.
And that will be
enough for a first down.
That was a great play and great awareness. Even though he didn't get the ball, at the first down marker already, he created enough space to get to the first down marker. And I mean, that was just a great job, a great way to get the yards after catch. Something very, very important in a spread offense.
Again, welcome into 810varsity.com. My name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by my color analyst this evening, Andrew Hammond. Leavenworth finds themselves down 3-0 here with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. First quarter of play. Kevin Kopetsky in his first year as a Pioneer head coach. He came over from St. Thomas Aquinas, and he has just done a fantastic job with his Pioneer team. 4 receivers set once again. Belt high snap as Cole going to roll out far side. Going to throw as a receiver at the 40-yard line. Completed pass right at the 38. It won't be enough for a first down, but it will bring up 2nd and 1.
Yeah, but that was just a great job. First off the run, and then second, catching that ball in double coverage. I mean, it was a decent throw, but not what you want of an ideal quarterback. But that was just a great job getting in double coverage, getting that small window, and you're very close to a first down on 2nd down.
Devontae Butler was on the reception, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Ball 38-yard line of the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. Cole going to roll out near side, wants to throw, cuts back, looking to the middle of the field, back to the 50-yard line. He's swung by receivers in the backfield, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, going to throw it up, has a receiver at the 30-yard line. Completed pass across the 25, cuts back far side, still on his feet, breaks one, touchdown Leavenworth. On the broken play, Judson Cole looked to be sacked right at the 50-yard line. That would have gone for a 5-yard loss, threw it up for a prayer and hoped someone caught it. And little used Jason Randall, the halfback, caught it at the 30-yard line.
I mean, doesn't that play remind you of that play when it was Don McNabb threw the ball to Freddie Mitchell on Monday Night Football about 5-6 years ago, where he was running around the field? It seemed like forever, and all of a sudden he just throws it downfield. Freddie Mitchell's all alone for a touchdown. I mean, that play was crazy. It was a Fran Tarkenton, Randall Cunningham, whatever you want to call it. That was an amazing play by Leavenworth.
It looked like something you would have seen out of NCAA 12. Kick by Judson Cole is up, and it's kind of a knuckleballer that goes through the middle parts of the upright. So with that score, Leavenworth takes the lead. They didn't score first, but they certainly get in the end zone first. 7-3, your lead. 3:15 left to go, first quarter of play. You're listening on 810varsity.com.
I got to tell you, man, that's one exciting play. I mean, and this game has been fun so far. I mean, you have good plays. Everybody's, getting real active. I mean, it's not like one team is struggling. I mean, both these teams are really Leavenworth. Way to fight after the first, possession struggles they've had. All of a sudden, some penalties aided them along the way, but the receivers have done an excellent job catching the ball yards after catch. I mean, that last play, that was just, we were thinking, okay, it's going to be, what, second or third in the county, and all of a sudden he just gets the pass, open space, great block, great downfield blocking by the receivers, and all of a sudden it's a 7-3 ball game.
Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC Arena to order your tickets today. So with the score, it makes it 7-3 here in the first quarter of play in favor of the Leavenworth Pioneers. 3:15 left as Judson Cole likes to kick it. This one a high, and it's a good one. It's going to be bounced right at the 15-yard line. Cuts back near side. Looks to up, finds a hole across the 25, up to the 30 for a handful of tacklers. Got him and grabbed him by the neck and brought him down.
And it looks like the Cougars from Shawnee Mission Northwest were looking to go for that little reverse. They like to do a little razzle-dazzle on their special teams. Something you rarely see in high school. Normally it's just you get the ball and all of a sudden you're just going straight up the field. But I like the little wrinkle that they bring into it. But they did go for it that time. But I have a feeling they'll probably be pulling something like that later on.
Well, let's see if they can correct their mistakes after a fumble recovery. Gave the ball back to Leavenworth on the last one. I formation set as Dirks goes under center. Handoff will go left side. Across the 30 to the 35. Rumbles and bumbles and works his way to the 37-yard line. He kept those big legs moving. Was Colin Pendleton and was able to almost get to the first down marker.
Yeah, one of the things you definitely like to see both these offenses is really, the style and the grace of the spread offense and then the gritty, tough, 3 yards in a cloud of dust by these Northwest Cougars.
So Devin Shockley will come into the game. He replaces Colin Pendleton. 2:35 left to go. First quarter, 2nd and 4. Ball on the Cougar 36. Looking to get into Pioneer territory for the second time today as Dirks goes under center. Looks right, looks left. Going to roll out near side. Going to throw as a receiver. Caught at the 40-yard line. Across the 41 to the 42 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, and once again, both these quarterbacks doing a great job of throwing on the run. That's just something you rarely see out of a high school quarterback, is being able to throw on the run and really hitting it on target. Normally they throw it in the dirt or over somebody's head. These guys are on target so far. Gotta love it.
Devin Shockley with the reception right at the 40-yard line. So we'll give them the first down, and we'll give them a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line of the Cougars. About 8 yards away from getting into Pioneer territory. Ball right on the right hash mark as the Cougars come out in their orange uniforms and black pants once again. Dirks goes under center, looks near side, going to pitch it far across the 40 to the 42. Maybe got back to the initial line of scrimmage. He was tripped up in the backfield, though. You can credit the tackle to Eric Harris for the Leavenworth Pioneers. Pioneers play a race 4-4 defense. They really like to load the box and create pressure. Shawnee Mission Northwest is one of the teams that runs the ball more than any other team in the league. We were talking to their coaches early on. They said if you could put two teams together that were more perfect, this would be it. It just so happens to be in district play. Leavenworth likes to stop the run, and you know what? Shawnee Mission Northwest likes to run the ball. One receiver set, two backfields in the back, shotgun formation, belt high snap, going to be a quarterback creeper. Dirks across the 45, still on his feet, cuts back far side, up to the 45, has enough for the first down, and in to Pioneer territory.
And Dirks, took a little shot right there. I was kind of worried for his ankles. He stopped on a dime, and all of a sudden we tried to go full speed again. Took a big hit, but he does get up, and he's ready to call the next play as they're running from looks like a bit of a full huddle. Not everybody's all huddled up, but as soon as they get the play called, they're quick to the line.
Shawnee Mission Northwest trying to get back to the playoffs since last year, since they had that devastating second-round loss to Olathe East. We asked their coaches about it today, and they said it was just something that really hurt them, and they're trying to get back there today. Going to throw far side, works his way across the goal line up to the 43-yard line. Will be about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, but we do have some dirty laundry on the field.
And normally when you see something like that off of the screen pass, it will be a hold. And I believe it is a hold on the Cougars.
So it'll be a hold on the Cougars. It'll back him up an additional 5 yards after the good yardage on 1st and 10. they're looking to be almost back into their own territory. The ball will be placed just shy of the 50-yard line, if I'm correct. Yeah. So 1:04 left to go, first quarter of play. 7-3 in favor of the visiting Leavenworth Pioneers. Leavenworth just came into this game just 1-6, picked up their first win last week against Wyandotte. So they're one of the smallest 6A schools. In fact, they're only about 5 or 7 kids shy of dropping back down into 5A. 5 down linemen for the Pioneers, and we have one jumped on the near side. Let's see who it was.
I want to say that maybe 75, DeAndre Knapp, looks like the
DeAndre Knapp, the senior. You just can't have those kind of mistakes. So, after 5-yard penalty, it'll get back to the initial line of scrimmage. Oh, they're actually going to give him a yard. That'll be 1st and 9 after the penalties. 49 seconds left to go, first quarter of play. Dirks goes under center once again. Trip receivers to the near side as Dirks looks and gets the signal from his coaches. One setback, man goes in motion is Alex Allen. 3-set drop for Dirks, going to throw near side, has a completed pass to the line of scrimmage, works his way, cuts back, tries to dive his way to the 40-yard line. The clock's still ticking though as we're under 30 seconds.
And one of the things, the first time you really see the Cougars open up the offense a little bit, I mean, it was a nice little, slip screen. But, like I said, the clock's ticking, so we may be nearing the end of the first quarter here with the score 7-3. The Cougars down by 4.
And the first quarter of play, Cougars down by 4. They trail the visiting Leavenworth Pioneers on your home for high school sports. 810varsity.com. $5 footlong subs are back at Mr. Gibson. 7 great subs to choose from. Come see what fresh really is at Mr. Gibson's. Nick and Jake's Real Food, Honest Drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com. Located in the Parkville Commons in an Overland Park on 135th. Or visit them online at nickandjakes.com. So we're through one quarter of play. Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. A little bit of a dogfight. I think they expected to come in here on their home field on senior night. Danny Manning, the Little U's running back, had a good run to start things off. And really, after the field goal, it's been pretty much all down the hill for the Cougars.
Yeah, well, one of the things that, both these teams, if you look at their schedules, they played some really serious state title contenders, where it's in the 5A ranks or the 6A ranks. So these records are a little skewed, and I mean, I gotta tell you, these teams do not play like their records indicate. I mean, especially Leavenworth. I mean, the fight these guys had, heading into that after that first series, you're thinking, oh no, but all of a sudden they've come to life.
So we're going to start the second quarter of play here. Shotgun formation for the Cougars. Handoff will go near side as Colin Pendleton took the handoff and was met right at the line of scrimmage by a handful of defenders.
And one of the things that you definitely see, I mean, look at that 4-4 defense. I mean, like when the coach said that, oh yeah, we run a 4-4 stack, I just smiled. I was like, yes, because you have guys stunt. You're gonna have a lot of guys moving around the football, especially with an offense that Shawnee Mission Northwest has, where they're handing the ball off. It's a lot of misdirection. Those four, especially the linebackers, especially the outside linebackers, got to be keen to that.
Trip receivers to the far side. Dirk steps out, going to roll out far side, looking to throw middle of the field. Has a receiver. Completed pass, first down for the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars. Big pass play on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it looks like Judson Cole had lost his footing a little bit trying to go for the tackle. May have actually pushed him a yard back or so, but with that slip, it allowed him to get a few yards extra.
And Judson Cole is a do-it-all guy. He kicks for him, he plays quarterback for him, he plays outside linebacker for them as well.
So he may have been a little tired.
And that could be the situation. They could play very well in the first half of play, and then they get worn down in the second half, kind of like the Kansas Jayhawks.
Oh, come on. Let's not compare him to the Kansas Jayhawks.
11-14 left to go, second quarter. 2 receivers set to the near side. Handoff will go in the backfield. Works near side across the 30 to the 29. Just shy of the first down marker, about 4 yards shy. Let's call it a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, you really have the feeling, right now that this is going to come down to what defense can make that big stop. I mean, these are long, sustained drives by both teams, whether it's through the air or, on the ground, like we're seeing right now with the Cougars. I mean, they're just every single time the offensive line getting that good push. They struggled a little bit this series. Let's do that great 4-4 stack from Leavenworth.
2nd and 5. Dirks goes under center. Handoff backfield right up across the 27 and works his way to the 26-yard line is Devin Shockley. Shockley, the 6 foot, 220-pound sophomore, rumbles and bumbles his way to make it a short 3rd and 2. So the Cougars looking to get a first down right here on 3rd and 2. 10:15 left to go. They trail this one 7-3 after the big touchdown pass by Judson Cole. I formation set once again. 2 receivers, top of your screen. Goes under center. Handoff backfield. Hit before you ever had a chance to get to the line of scrimmage. Fumble on the play, but it looks like Colin Dirks fell on it.
No, it looks like Leavenworth has it. Are we gonna?
David Doherty was the guy on the fumble recovery. It looks like Dirks initially fell on it and then was pushed out of bounds. So the turnover ratio has favored the Pioneers in this one, +1.
Yeah, I mean, whether it's, it's in, basketball or football, one thing the coach is always going to look at is assist to turnover ratio. And, right then and there, that's the last thing you need, especially is, on the other side of the 50, the second straight turnover where you're driving, and you were having a pretty good drive if you're Shawnee Mission Northwest. I mean, they were driving very, very well, and all of a sudden, the field's flipped. Now they got to go back on D.
So they'll bring Judson Cole out once again. They'll start out with 2 receivers split to either side. They'll start this drive on their own 40-yard line. Jason Randall, about 2 feet behind him, will be a pitch across the 30, cuts back near side across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Is Cole. Good game on 1st and 10.
Yeah, one of the things that you definitely see right now, in this one is the offensive lines. Like we said, both offensive lines are moving very, very well. And, I mean, really, the spread is really getting to these guys, especially, like I said, with a 3-4 defense. You're going to struggle in the spread a little bit.
3 down linemen for the Cougars are going to blitz 1. Man goes in motion for the Pioneers. Handoff will go Randall, backfield, full head of steam across the 45 to the 47-yard line is Jason Randall. Sophomore running back, we heard it. The kid's got a ton of talent. Has started every game since his freshman season, and we're seeing it here in the early going at District Stadium. My name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by my color analyst, Andrew Hammond. Once again, the Pioneers scored on a 15-yard touchdown pass by Judson Cole to Jason Randall. It was kind of a broken play in which Cole had to run back, really scrambled. It was about to be tackled at the 50-yard line, was kind of being hung on by his right foot. Kind of just did a hip and a hop, threw it up for grabs, and Randall came down with it at the 25-yard line and then made a great play to get in the end zone.
Well, on that play, I guess you can just say, hip hop, you don't stop.
It might be the motto for the Pioneers here tonight. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball right at the 47-yard line for the Pioneers. Still in their own territory, looking to get into Cougar territory for just the 2nd time this evening. 1 tight end set for the Pioneers. They're going to spread it out with 4 receivers. Cole touches the ground, belt high snap once again. Going to throw, looks far side. Going to roll out once again, find on his back, and he's going to overthrow the intended receiver of Dakota Hamlin right at about the 45-yard line. Really good idea by Judson Cole to make sure he didn't throw into double coverage. He looked down the field, didn't really see anything that he wanted. Good smart play by the senior quarterback.
And like you said, great awareness. I mean, you see this even at college and pro level, where a guy he'll be headed toward the sideline, and he'll think, okay, if I can just get in this small window, I'll just throw it 9 times out of 10. It's intercepted.
Let's see what Cole can do on this one. Shotgun formation once again. High snap brings it down. Handoff will go to Randall. Randall across the 50, still on his feet to the 45 and in to Cougar territory.
And one of the things on that play, I wish we could, rewind that and go back to the replay. Judson Cole sold the pass on that one perfectly. All of a sudden, he drops back. He leaves the receiver in. All of a sudden, you see Randall, I'm just going to come get the ball from you. And all of a sudden, wide open spaces as he goes down the field.
First down for Leavenworth after the full head of steam by Jason Randall. It gives them a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation once again as Randall's directly behind. Randall, handoff, right up. Nothing doing this one as the whole collapse before the forward progress. He's thrown back into the backfield.
Yeah, right there on that play, just ran into the, defensive line. And, both of these defensive lines have done well. They've gotten a great push, especially on the outside for Shawnee Mission Northwest. But it seems like once they get in between the tackles, they just can't stop them.
Looks like they're going to come out in a pistol formation once again with 8:15 left to go, second quarter of play. 2nd and 9, need to get to the 28-yard line for the first down. Quarterback keeper is Cole, still on his feet, breaks one tackle across the 30, spins his way to the 25-yard line, and a first down for the Pioneers.
I mean, this kid is just unbelievable. Every time it's misdirection, just leading, right off tackle. I mean, he's doing an excellent job. But, just a bit of an injury update. I had seen Danny Manning, the Cougars running back, who had done an excellent job all game long. It looked like he was getting, from our point of view, it looked like concussion tests. So haven't seen him on the field. So that he may be suffering from concussion-like symptoms, and especially at this age in high school, that's something you never want to do. If a kid has a concussion, keep him off the field.
Dakota Hamlin and Tristan Anderson are come out to the near side. Judson in a little bit of trouble, trying to turn the corner, gets a big hit at the 20-yard line. And he had enough for the first down, though, and they'll move the chains once again.
And this Judson Cole is 5'9", but, he's playing like he's around, 6'2", embracing the hitting. Not the biggest guy out there, but he is playing pretty solid for this team so far right now while they're up 7-3.
Again, if you're just not joining us on 810varsity.com, welcome. Pioneers in full control, or I guess not full control. They got the early score, and they lead this one 7-3. And after a big touchdown play in the first quarter, we find ourselves now with 7:06 left to go second quarter. Pioneers driving once again, ball on the left hash mark at the 20-yard line. Pistol formation as they'll spread out 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Cole touches the ground, high snap, going to look to throw, rolls out near side, has a receiver. It's Randall right at the 25, works his way across the 24 to the 23. Will actually lose yardage as it might have spotted about 3 yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Cougar faithful, some of the parents here on senior night wanting to hold, but that was no hold. That was just a really, weak block that really didn't spring him free. But a nice little 3rd and long situation. Hopefully the Cougars can come up with the 4th down, and they can get some momentum back to their offense.
Mark DeBeck as well as Dakota Hamlin are on the far side part of your screen. C.J. Baker is on the near side. Judson going to roll out, wants to throw, has a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Pioneers! Mark DeBeck caught it, falling down onto his back.
Are they going to give him the touchdown or not? It looks like pass incomplete. Wow.
And I thought he came down with it. My fault for getting too excited over that one. Mark DeBeck initially caught it, and then on the fall, it bounced out of his hands.
Well, on that play, I wish we could have some instant replay. Maybe we could get to the replay booth as we're in these very palatial and very spacious booths here at Shawnee Mission North District Stadium. I mean, but that play right there, I wish we could go back to the replay. I mean, I thought he had it, but I guess he was coming down, he just bobbled in and dropped it.
He was falling backwards, and he actually jumped up to make the catch. He caught it right in front of his face mask. He had both hands on it, falling back. Looked like right when his back hit the green turf, it's when it fell out right there. But yeah, you mentioned this facility. It's a beautiful facility. It looks like they've put all Shawnee Mission North really football budget money in to help create this. And this is one of the most beautiful press boxes at the high school level I've ever seen. They have TV booths, they have radio booths, they have writing press booths. I thought where we usually do our broadcast at was nice, but this is a treat to really come here and get to broadcast a game at Shawnee Mission North, as this is a beautiful facility.
And just the people from Shawnee Mission North and the people from Leavenworth have treated us so well before the game, just giving us the information we need, and we were helping them out before the game as well.
So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 8, as they will bring out the kicking unit, as Judson Cole will come out to try and kick. It looks like it'll be about a 35-yard kick. It'll be a false pass. It'll be a fake. Cole runs near side, going to throw, tipped right as he threw. It'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be a turnover on downs after the fake field goal attempt.
And that's something that this, the special team / defensive unit needs to give to this offense. A nice little shot of momentum. 6:03 left to go. You got plenty of time. It's not like you have to have a quick strike offense and a 2-minute offense already. You got 6 minutes. You can get a great sustained drive. Something that they've been doing all game. It's just the last few drives had ended in turnovers for the Cougars.
So with 6:03 left to go, 4th drive for the Cougars this time as Colton Dirks runs out of the huddle and meets his team. Cougars will break the huddle right at the 17-yard line. They'll start this drive on their own 18. Strong I formation set, 2 receivers to the near side. Pioneers going to blitz everyone. Dirks rolls out far side, has a receiver at the 25, across the 30 and down to the 31-yard line. See who they had on the reception, as it was Eric Pinkelman, the wide receiver.
Yeah, Pinkelman did a great job. I mean, that rush, it's coming from Leavenworth. One of the things that you're seeing is you have guys coming from all different directions. I mean, I haven't really seen a similar look from the Leavenworth Pioneers. So that's a great credit to their defensive coaches and the defensive coaching staff on this play. But that was a great job evading the pressure and just getting a nice dump off, and of course the extra yards after a catch.
This game with big implications as far as the district title go. Offside I formation. Dirk's going to pitch it near side, wrapped up in the backfield as they snuff that one out. As the Pioneers brought everybody, he was hit right at about the 28-yard line. Is number 41. And Marissa Core.
Yeah, and of course Eric Harris with the tackle. I mean, once again, that pressure being brought, we saw them spread out the offense a little bit. Instead of not running, they were, mixing it up a little bit. So, and here we go again, 3 wide receivers.
Correction, Austin Vanderpool on that last carry. Shotgun formation this time as Dirk step back to the 20-yard line, going to throw middle of the field as a diving receiver at the 29-yard line to be enough for a first down and then some. Luke Fields was the man on the reception right there, as there was no one around him for about 2 or 3 yards.
And on that play, I believe that was number 45, Austin Jackson, giving the quarterback a nice little shot as he released that one. Really could have been in a dangerous territory getting flagged, especially an aggressive hit like that, especially on a quarterback.
So Colin Pendleton will check into the game for the Cougars this time. 4:31 left to go, new set of downs for the Cougars. Goes under center as Dirk sparks out the center. Handoff will go near side. Across his feet, across the 40, works his way to the 44-yard line. Good gain on first down. It'll be about a 2nd and 5.
Yep, 2nd and 5, and once again, a good sustained drive by the Cougars. Can this thing turn into points? The last few, like we've said, have ended in turnovers or 3 and out. So one thing is, if you're the Cougars, you need points, especially going into half.
Blake Evans is back in there for the Cougars. We've seen him run the ball a couple of times today. A couple of good successful runs and a couple of good pass completions. Once again, I formation set. 2 receivers. They send a man in motion, and Evans works right to left. Going to cut it near side. Handoff will go. He's got a blocker at the 50. He gets a block across the 45. Nears midfield and out at the 49-yard line. Enough for a Cougar first down.
And that was just a great job, especially on the outside blocking as he was swinging around. He just really could have gotten forced out of bounds, but he does decide to give a little bit of extra yardage. And you got to love what both these teams are doing right now, recognizing the moment that they have. They are 1 win away from being really in the catbird seat of the district title. I mean, both these teams are playing with great effort right now, and I love it.
Cougars continuing to move the chains once again. New set of down, ball right at midfield on the left hash mark. Near side. Dork's going to hand it off right across the 45 to the 40. Still on his feet, breaks the tackle, cuts back near side, down to the 28-yard line. Is number 32 in Devin Shockley.
Yeah, Devin Shockley, once he had the open space, and once again the offensive line from the Cougars doing an excellent job. I mean, he got that initial push, and all of a sudden he was just moving down the field, great downfield blocking by the receivers and tight ends. I mean, this team, and both these offenses are doing an excellent job right now.
Luke Fields comes back into the game. He'll meet Colton Dirks right at the huddle. Cougars break the huddle, and they'll take this ball right at the 29, or right at the 32-yard line. Offset I formation once again as we got whistles coming from every direction.
And looks like we have a timeout.
Timeout, Leavenworth, and with that, we'll take a timeout too. Nick and Jake's Real Food, Honest Drink. Nick and Jake's, the proud title sponsor of 810varsity.com, located in the Parkville Commons area in the Overland Park and on 135th Street. Or you can visit them online at nickandjakes.com. Our score here from Shawnee Mission North District Stadium, Leavenworth Pioneers on top, 7-3.
And one of the things so far, heading to the half, and I'm smiling up here in the booth. I mean, this is a game that I like. You have, district title implications. You have two teams. Yeah, the records aren't the sexiest, but these two teams are. You would have thought the records are switched around. You'd think it would be a 6-1 team and a 5-2 team going at it. These two squads are just, I mean, they're going blow for blow, series after series. I mean, the ebb and flow of this game is awesome. Even though it's 7-3, it feels like this game, should have some more scoring in it. But, both these defenses have made great stands so far. So, I can't wait for what we have in the second half.
Like we said, a win tonight can almost cement a berth in the Kansas 6A state playoffs, and that would be huge for either team. Dirks goes under center, going to throw it, going to elect to throw it this time, throws far side, has a receiver, completed pass at the 45, still on his feet, backs up to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. I think he's just shy of the first down mark, though.
Yeah, but a few Leavenworth missed tackles. I mean, they could have had him about 4 or 5 yards back from where he initially caught the football. And the coaches, down the field, they were just irate at the poor tackling from the Pioneers.
Clock continuing to tick. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Second quarter of play, 7-3 in favor of the Pioneers. It'll be second and a very short one for the Cougars. I formation set. Looks like they're going to run it this time. Leavenworth throwing everybody up on the line. Handoff will go near side across the 20 and down to the 18-yard line for a Cougar first down.
And that was just a great misdirection. I'm looking downfield. I'm looking for an outside pitch, and all of a sudden you just see them running right up the middle. Even though they didn't gain the yards, they really have this this Pioneer team is really staying stout, especially with that 4-4 stack. The linebackers, you have guys from the free safety spot blitz. I mean, that's something you have to love from this defensive coaching staff.
We have a timeout, Shawnee Mission Northwest, as it brings up 3rd and 1. I thought they got the first down. They must have still been just shy, as it looked like he got well past the 28-yard line. Yeah. Nonetheless, that's not where they marked it, and where I say it is not where it is, because believe me, we've talked about this. I have about as bad of eyes as they come.
Well, it's all good. I thought he had to. I actually thought they were pitching the ball outside, and all of a sudden I just see all the receivers stop, and I'm thinking, okay, did he go down past the first down marker? And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, they marked it back. Well then, I guess they did not get the benefit of my judgment, as I thought they were going to go to the outside. But this is a pretty big 3rd down for both these squads right here. The Cougars haven't been able to get that first initial score since they tacked on the field goal early on in the game. But one of the things you definitely want to see on this series, can they open it up on 3rd down a little bit? Are they going to stick with the run? I say they stick with the run, but this Pioneer defense with the 4-4, they're really doing an excellent job.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do here. 3 backs in the backfield now, right at about the 25-yard line. Dirks hands off to the 3rd one, across the 25 to the 15, down to the 10. There's a nice handoff right there.
And one of the things you're seeing, it was a nice little full house backfield. I mean, this is right in my wheelhouse, a little full house, offense on the, for the Cougars, and then, spreading the field, trips to the right, to the left for the Pioneers. I'm loving this right now.
They stopped the clock to move the chains as we're almost under 2 minutes. 3 back to the backfield once again. Handoff will go to the deep back. Pressure in the backfield, works his way across the 10 and down to the 7-yard line, as he really just kind of leaped forward and hung on for dear life.
Yeah, definitely. But that was once again a great push on the end by the Cougar linemen. I mean, they're doing a great job. They've allowed. It's been good, bad, and ugly, but they're doing a good job, especially getting that initial push, especially around the ends.
1:43 left to go, second quarter. Cougars threatening in the red zone once again. They've already had 2 turnovers on the day, trying to prevent a third. Handoff will go near side across the 10 into the secondary, and touchdown Cougars. Big full head of steam right there by number 41. And Austin Vanderpool.
And Vanderpool really from about the 30-yard line on, he was the star of the offense. I mean, really, their bread and butter, running the football in between the tackles, really ran outside that play. But that's one of the things that they've been doing all season long, haven't strayed away from it. All of a sudden, he gets it in, and hey, 9-7 ball game.
Austin Vanderpool, the 6', 200-pound senior, took that one and worked his way across 10 yards as the kick is up, and it's a good one. Shawnee Mission Northwest finally gets into the end zone. They lead this one 10-7. We've had a good one here in the first half here. Low-scoring game. I'm not used to calling these as I've been on the beat this year for a team that's been averaging around 43 points per game. This is new to me, close football here in the Kansas City area.
Well, I guess then the correct term would be you're due. You're due for a barn burner.
And you know, these two teams have brought both the pride and passion that you like to see at the high school ranks. 1:31 left to go, second quarter of play as the Pioneer Special Teams unit will come back. Let's see how Judson Cole responds to being down once again. They're just down 3, but the big momentum shift for old Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Yeah, one of the things you really want to see, especially the Pioneers I want to see, is do they go for the touchdown, or are they just, are they content being down 3, getting a little bit of momentum, because they still do have the momentum somewhat, even though they are on the road.
This one will be kicked to Randall. Randall let it bounce. It works his way across the 10. Still on his feet. Cuts back left side. Breaks the tackle to the 25. Down to the 29-yard line. Good return by Jason Randall.
All right. And, once again, we'll see what they do. Do they try and get some extra points? Do they try and, tack some points off before the half? Or, like I said, are they content with, having the momentum of just a little bit, even though the Cougars have stolen a little bit of the momentum? Are they cool with just going into half down 3? Because this offense, they've shown so far, even though they only have 7 points, they can drive on these guys.
Well, let's see if they can work this with 1:25 left to go. 2-minute offense right here, certainly pistol formation once again as Cole comes out. Cole, the right-handed thrower, touched the ground with his left hand once again. Belt high snap, wants to roll out. Far side, looking to throw, keeps it himself, works his way across the 30. Still on his feet into the secondary, across the 40, cuts back near side, all the way to midfield is Justin Cole for a first down.
And Cole is just, he will not be denied. The little fella out there getting great blocking. I mean, I saw a couple of, wide receivers and offensive linemen just turn around and just hit anything in orange, trying to free up their quarterback and trying to, let him go and escape. So great job by the team.
This is a team that's mostly underclassmen on the offensive side of the ball. Belt high snap, handoff, Randall left side. Randall across the 50 into Cougar territory, fumble. And it's down, and it looks like they might have got it back right at the 38-yard line.
That was sorry, I got a little excited right there. The ball just all of a sudden popped out when he was in open space.
So with 1:04 left to go, it's going to stay with the Leavenworth Pioneers. Leavenworth said before this game that, it's nice to see the community finally getting back around and supporting the football. They think their new stadium had a lot to do with it. It's a beautiful facility if you ever have the chance to get out there. Belt high snap is Cole. Going to throw near side. Has a receiver right at the 40-yard line. Works his way to the 37 as Mark DeBeck was on the reception. Correction, Dakota Hamlin.
There we go, 41 seconds left now. It looks like they're going on the basketball-style clock with the 1/10 of a second. So, maybe we might get something around 5/10 of a second.
35 seconds left, pistol formation. Cole wants to throw near side, overthrows his receiver right at the 30-yard line. Tristan Anderson was the man he was trying to get as he overthrew the right side part of his body and has sailed in to the Shawnee Mission Northwest sideline.
Yep, and a huge 3rd and 6 right here. 29 seconds left. You get the first down. I believe you have 2 timeouts remaining, or 1 timeout remaining. So if you can get it inside around the 20 or so, between 20 and 30, you have a shot at a touchdown.
3rd and 6, 3 down linemen for the Cougars. They're going to rush everyone. Cole rushes to the backfield. He's brought down in Cougar territory. The sack came courtesy of number 74. And Will Smith, the senior, here on senior night.
And playing like another Will Smith, for you old school Chief fans, Will Smith back in the 90s. But on that play, I mean, the offensive line really for the first time all game just didn't really give that initial push. And all of a sudden we have a timeout. And, you go from having the ball around between the 40 and 30-yard line trying to get a score. All of a sudden, you got to kick it back, 23 seconds left.
And here's the situation. If you don't get the 3rd and 17, the Cougars are still going to probably have some time on the clock. I don't see any scoring play that's going to take up 23 seconds for the Pioneers. So you kind of play devil's advocate, and they don't get the first down. It's a turnover on downs, and you give Colton Dirks, as well as the Shawnee Mission Northwest offense, a chance to really get back into this one and take full control before halftime.
Yeah, but one of the things you really want to see, and I'm interested to see, is if they do try and go for it, you still have 23 seconds left. So, and he's shown that he has the ability to throw the deep ball. So if he can, get somebody, inside the 30, like I said, inside 30, 20-yard line, get out of bounds, get time for about 2 plays.
It'll be 4th and 17, ball 49-yard line. They need to get to the 32 for the first down. 3 down linemen for the Cougars are going to blitz one. Punt formation set as they're going to punt this one away. It'll be taken right at the 20-yard line, fair catch, and that's where the Cougars will come out with 16 seconds.
And right here, with 16.3 left, you're up 10-3. Kind of reverse roles. The Cougars, I expect them to just down the ball or just run, one play in between the tackles and take this thing into halftime.
16.3 seconds reside on the clock. Cougars lead this one 10-7 right before the halftime here at District Stadium. Looks like we're going to see Colton Dirks go into the victory formation, and they're going to take this one into the half with a lead. Well, Cougars lead it 10-7 here at halftime at District Stadium. We're going to see a good second half of football. We thought we were going to see a good first half, and believe me, we did. We saw a first half that included 4 fumbles. 2 of them were lost, or 3 of them were lost. 1 was recovered by the Pioneer offense. Score at halftime, Pioneers down 3. The Cougars lead it 10-7 here in your home for high school sports, e10varsity.com.
Quick slant, and great yards after catch by the receiver. And I love how these receivers from Leavenworth get the yards after catch. Once they get the ball, they aren't looking, to go north and south. East and west. They're going north and south up the field.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball on the Pioneer 40-yard line. Belt high snap, handoff. Randall works right side across the 40, still on his feet to the 44-yard line. About gain of 4 yards on the 1st and 10 attempt.
Yeah, that was a great job by the defense. Really stymieing them on that play, even though it's second and around. Looks like they can give it around 6 or 7 yards. They did a good job with that run. But one of the things I want to see from this Leavenworth offense, how are they going to do downfield?
2nd and 10, 4 receivers, 2 split out each side. Cole touches the ground with that right hand once again. Belt high snap, going to hand off to Randall right at the middle. Has a hole as big as a truck, and in to Cougar territory as Randall across the 45 and down at the 43-yard line.
And once again, that was a great job selling the fake. All the receivers are going downfield. He's dropping back to pass. All of a sudden, he just drops that hand. Randall gets the ball. He's just going straight upfield. The game plan coming out of this second half that the Pioneers have drawn up has just worked to perfection. Just great misdirection. It had the defensive line just going the complete opposite way. Leavenworth doing a great job on offense.
Austin McDaniel and Jesse Colbert have done a great job opening up the left side part of the field for Jason Randall. Delayed handoff once again. Randall trying to get to the outside, pushed to the backfield and wrapped up and brought down on the far side part of the field. Eric Pinkelman was in on the sack.
Looks like they're going to give him about he lost about half a yard, so it's still going to be 2nd and 11 here. So one of the things you want to see is, are they going to open up? Are they going to go with the slant? They've really gone with that option. It looks like he's going to get
Judson Cole goes over to the far side part of the field to get the play call from Kevin Kopetsky in his first year here at the helm of the Pioneer program. 4 receivers set, pistol formation, 3 down linemen for the Cougars. Delayed handoff. It'll be a quarterback keeper. Stumbles in the backfield across the 45 to the 42 on kind of the misdirection fake handoff as Judson Cole.
And really, the Cougars did do an excellent job of Shawnee Mission Northwest really staying at home on that play. As they really could have gained some yards. Look like we have an official's timeout here. It looks like official.
It'll be 3rd and 8 on the 42-yard line of the Cougars. Judson Cole, the junior quarterback, has been sensational in the first half, trying to keep it up here in the third. Pistol formation once again. They need to get to the 34-yard line of the Cougars to get a first down. Fake handoff, rolls out far side. Play action pass. Going to throw as a receiver at the 30-yard line is underthrown. Incomplete pass for the Pioneers, and they might have to punt.
And, of course, there was no intentional grounding. A few of the Cougar faithful down here below us were wanting the intentional grounding. But, of course, that precious tackle box that everybody talks about, whether it's high school, college, or pro, if you're outside the tackle box, you can do whatever with the football.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 8, as I believe we will see the punt formation unit as both special teams units come out for each side. Judson Cole will take the punt. He is the punter for this Pioneer team. He's back right about the 44-yard line, about 3/4 of the way through the yellow circle that's right at midfield. Good strong punt, good hang time. Going to take it, going to bounce at the 15-yard line. Takes a Pioneer bounce and a roll out of bounds at the 8-yard line on the left side part of the field. So that's where we're going to see Colton Dirks come out, the senior, here on senior night. He's got 2 quarters of play left here at District Stadium on the campus of Shawnee Mission North. Let's see what he can do. He'll lead his troops out here with 8:58 left to go, 3rd quarter of play. His team leads this by 3 points, trying to hold on for a second win in 2 weeks of district play.
And like you said, Aaron, 8:58 left to go. I mean, one thing I'd expect the team to do is, with the football, watch the ground and pound. I mean, you're going to see, load up the football and like right here. 3 running backs.
3 running back. Pendleton is the far one. The handoff will go to Pendleton. Right side has a hole across the 25. Gets another block to the 20. 25. Trying to tightrope the sideline. Pushed out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A 20-yard run by the big man, and Austin Vanderpool.
And I was going to say run between the tackles, but why not bounce it to the outside when you have a fullback backfield?
Austin Vanderpool ran to the near side part of the field and saw a huge hole. It was like open sesame as the Oceans just cleared away. We've seen this 3 running back formation. Really, we've seen it since the last play of the last drive. Handoff will go Vanderpool. Left side gets a lead, a blocker still on his feet, trying to find some yardage as the hole is quickly closed. And be pushed out of bounds. They'll mark it forward progress. He might have got a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like he did get a gain about 1. I mean, there was a point where, everybody was just standing up and it was just a big, just a pushing battle, but all of a sudden he does go down. But it looks like we're going to second, and it looks like they're going to call that 10 again, so he may have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Cougars working left to right across the field, or if you want to call it west to east. They're right at their own 32-yard line, so they got some work to go for the first down. 2nd and 10, they need to get to their own 42 for the first down. 3 running back set, once again, 1 receiver. Handoff will go to Vanderpool. Vanderpool works left side, maybe a gain of 1 yard as he was met by a handful of Pioneer defenders.
And one of the things, especially if you're the Cougars, noticing that they were going to put 4 in the box and rush about 5 or 6. With that 4-4 stack, one of the things you want to do is you're going to start bouncing to the outside. You're going to start working that misdirection. Say, you can run a play where you fake the handoff and just pitch it to the you can just pitch it to the fullback on the outside. But I do like the spread look that they have coming up.
Blake Evans is going to come in now as we have trip receivers to the near side. Belt high snap once again. Dirk's going to throw out, going to throw over the middle of the field, still with the ball in his hands. He almost fumbled in the backfield. He might have fumbled. And it's going to be recovered by the Pioneers, but we do have a flag in the background as they're going to signal it is Pioneer ball. How about that?
But hold the phone here. It looks like
as our officials are going to confer on the near side part of the field on the 20-yard line. As the yellow flag was thrown. And it's going to be a penalty on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, did this occur before or after the play? I mean, that's where things are interesting after the fumble, because if this is before the fumble, then the play is negated, and all of a sudden, the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars are back on offense, because you really see both offenses on the field right now, waiting the play.
17-16, 10-7 lead for the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars here on senior night. It's been a fantastic one. Early and often, as these two teams are about as evenly matched as they can. They have a combined 3 wins in this one. But each of them have a win in district play. This game has huge playoff implications. It'll be a 5-yard penalty on the defense. It'll give Shawnee Mission Northwest a chance once again. So the offensive unit for the Cougars will stay out once again. 7:16 left to go is where Colton Dirks will take over once again. It will be an automatic first down, and they'll have the ball at their own 32-yard line. So their first down marker will be at the 42.
And really coming unscathed on that play. I mean, all of a sudden, you go from fumbling the football. The ball is inside the 30, slash 20-yard line, and you're having, to, play Katie bar the door, but you do get a nice sense of life. 7:16 left to go. You can go back to running your sustained offense, but don't get any turnovers. You can stretch this lead even further.
We're going to see 5 down linemen for the Pioneers. It looks like they're going to throw everybody up on the line. They're going to blitz 3 backfields in the back. Blitz coming by the Pioneers. Finds a crease as Vanderpool across the 37, trying to get to the 39-yard line. Good handoff by Vanderpool. Man, the Pioneers know it's coming, and they're throwing everybody up in the box.
Yeah, we have a 4th, and looks like we're going to have a 4th and 4 situation right here, so things could get interesting. And remember, I say if it's in, what's it in 4 to 6 yards, and you have the guys to do it, watch for the fake punt.
So we are going to see a punt formation by the Cougars. 4th and 4 turns out to be just a little bit too far. The man back deep for the Pioneers is right about the 33-yard line on the near side hash mark. Punt formation for the Cougars as he's back at about the 29-yard line. This one's up, and it's a beauty as the punt is almost blocked. Fair catch call received at the 35-yard line by Lucas Carlin.
Yeah, right now with 6:27 left to go, even though the score is 10-7 in the favor of the Cougars from Shawnee Mission Northwest, this Leavenworth team, they have to have some type of momentum. I mean, even though they did get the penalty and it negated their fumble that was going to be inside the red zone, they're all the way, back at their own 35. They have a good lease on life. They really stopped them on that first down, so the offense needs to go back at it.
First and 10, ball 30-yard line, 5 receivers. Judson Cole going to roll out far side, going to throw as a receiver. Completed pass at the 40, brought down at the 41. As Dakota Hamlin was the man on the reception.
Yeah, we do
have a face mask or a hold on the offensive line. Judson Cole does some good things for you, but you can't keep penalizing him with holds.
Yeah, I mean, on that play, you're really avoiding the pressure. It looks like that was number 51, one of the offensive linemen, with that hold as soon as he was rolling out of the pocket. I mean, that's the last thing you need. You're down 3. You've been having good drives all day. That's the last thing you need, especially on the offensive line. The offensive line has played very, very well all game.
6:22 left to go, third quarter. Pioneers trail this one by 3, trying to get a little bit of old Mo back in them. It'll be 1st and 20, ball right at the 25-yard line. They need to get to the 45 for the first down. 5 receivers set once again as Judson Cole right back at the 19-yard line. Touches the ground once again. Belt high snap. Cole takes it this time himself. Breaks one tackle. Now rolls out near side across the 30. Breaks another one. Still on his feet to the 40-yard line. Tight ropes the sideline. Has enough for the first down and then some as he's almost into Cougar territory.
And we do have an injured player down right here. But one of the things that Judson Cole did an excellent job of around 30 is he did a little stutter step and just kept on moving down the field. I mean, he was going to tight rope on the sideline and pushing people, even his own blockers, out of the way.
Let's see what head coach Aaron Barnett of Shawnee Mission Northwest has as the Pioneers are in Cougar territory once again. 6:07 left to go, 1st and 10, ball at the Cougar 49-yard line. Pistol formation once again is Cole. 4 receivers set. Low snap, this one's going to go. Handoff, Randall hit the backfield, still on his feet, trying to get back to middle field. Can't get it as he back into his own territory on the 49-yard line. It'll go for a loss of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 12.
One of the things that you've seen so far, if you've been paying attention to us the whole game, is a few plays every now and then, all of a sudden you're going to see that low snap from the center. That's the last thing you want, especially when you're driving down.
Pistol formation once again, 3 down linemen, 5 linebackers, 2 safeties for him. Pitch going to go to Randall, far side, still on his feet, cuts back midside, now spins out of another tackle across the 50, still on his feet to the 47, working his way, pushing the pile forward is Jason Randall, trying to get to the 45-yard line. And he looks like he might have had the ball ripped away, but the play is blown dead as Dwan Johnson just kind of ripped the ball out of his hands and then tried to take off down the sideline. Dwan Johnson, man, when they blow that whistle, the play's dead, young man.
He's just going NFL blitz style. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's funny is the whistle, once again, I wish we had replay. The whistle was being blown, and as it seemed like everything was calming down, all of a sudden you see the ball pop loose, and Dwan Johnson decides, okay, I didn't hear a whistle. I see some green in front of me. I'm going to run.
They tell you to play until you hear the whistle dead, and that's exactly what he did, so you can't blame him. 4:45, big 3rd and 7. They need to get to the 38. Judson rolls out far side, still on his feet, looking to throw, decides to take it himself, hit at the 50-yard line, and he won't get the first down, and he won't even get a yard.
Yeah, that was just a poor play by the quarterback, and all of a sudden, he had the option of throwing it and running it, and with the option, and it seemed like his...
So it'll be 4th and 10 as Pinkelman gets the credit for the big hit in the backfield.
Minimal loss.
There'll be a loss of 2 as we will see the punt team. So that's it. We've seen 3 punts now to start the second quarter. Both teams making big defensive adjustments. Judson Cole will go back to punt. He's right about the 36-yard line on the left hash mark. Good, clean snap. The punt is up, and it's away. Good, and it's a beauty by Cole. Good hang time. It's going to be a fair caught right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, one of the things I'm really seeing what Cole is doing, and it really could be something that we need to pay attention to later on in the game. As he's getting that punt, he's got about 3 guys blocking for him. So he's just, in a way, just walking it up a little bit. That's very dangerous if you're Shawnee Mission Northwest. If he's just going to continually walk it up front, if you aren't going to bring heavy pressure on him, all of a sudden, if you aren't paying attention to the punter and you're just waiting for the return, all of a sudden, he could be running, 10, 15 yards up the sideline for a first down.
A team, the coaching staff of Shawnee Mission Northwest described as tenacious and scrappy has been every bit of that here this evening. 3:54, ball snap be high snap once again. Dirks going to take it across the 15 to the 16, trying to make something out of nothing. There's Colton Dirks. 2 different high schools on each side of the ball. You have the largest in the district in Shawnee Mission Northwest, and you have the smallest in the Sunflower League in Leavenworth High School, almost down to 5A, as they say. They're really about 5 or 6 kids away. And it's an interesting talk. We're talking to the coaches from the Leavenworth side of the ball, and conference realignment is not only dealing to the college level, but they could also be making a move to maybe the Frontier League or other leagues. Handoff will go in the backfield. Dirks will be a quarterback keeper on the fake handoff. Maybe gets to the 20-yard line before the play is dead.
And, that's one thing I'd definitely like to see out of if Leavenworth did, perhaps make a move to the Frontier League. I mean, that would be great. They're not far from Bonner. They're not far from Baser and Linwood. I mean, it would be the ideal league for this school. And, of course, they bring great facilities, something that, with conference realignment on the college level is one of the key things along with college football.
Yeah, but one of these things at the high school level is these plays where these teams don't have TV contracts. They should be in a league that makes geographical sense instead of them having to drive all over the city to play a game. 2:35 left to go, 3rd and 5. Dirk's going to roll out, going to throw near side, has a completed receiver, cuts back to the 30, has the first down though. Has the first down by a yard. It'll be 1st and 10.
And the coaches from Leavenworth are wanting not so much on the forward progress as he caught the ball. And as he was trying to turn, he just kept going back, and he may have went back about a few yards. But one of the things you're talking about with conference realignment is, even though they don't have TV contracts, they do have 810varsity.com.
That is true. You can catch all your high school sports here on 810varsity.com, the voice of high school sports. My name is Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by Andrew Hammond, here once again on a beautiful Thursday night for football, one of the spotlight games. 3 receivers set, handoff to go backfield. Dirks still keeping it. King goes left side across the 30 into the secondary and down to the 32-yard line is Colton Dirks, the senior.
And Colton Dirks did a great job on that play, going through the line, just gashing right through the offensive lineman. He was maybe 1 or 2 blocks away from really springing a big run. But right here, second and short yardage.
So it'll be 2nd and 3 ball at the Cougar 32-yard line. Trying to keep that clock going are the Cougars. 1:37 left. They lead this one 10-7 on the 2nd and 3 attempt. 3 receivers to the near side. 1 setback for the Cougars. Going to throw near side. Going to be thrown. Bobbled pass at the 30, and he's going to fall on it right at the 29. As Tyrone Husband was the man on the pass.
Yeah, it looks like that does count as a lateral. It looks like, I thought it was just going to be an incomplete pass. No whistle was blown. So, when that happens, if you're a defensive player, whether you are offense or if you're on the line or even in the secondary, go towards the ball and try and pick it up and try and gain some yards.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. Ball still at the 32-yard line. 1:17 left to go. Third quarter of play. Cougars lead this one 10-7 over the Leavenworth Pioneers. 5 down linemen. They're going to blitz two safeties for the Pioneers. Handoff will go left side. Still on his feet, trying to get it. He didn't get the first down, and he's going to be pushed back. And it might go for maybe a gain of 1.
He may have got 1, but we do have an injured player on the field a little bit. Actually, he is just going to get up slow. He is going to get up on his own power. Looks like that is number 45. That would be number 45, Austin Jackson, the 6-foot senior.
So the Pioneers will bring out their punt team as well as Shawnee Mission Northwest. Everybody up on the line for the Pioneers. 4th and 3, 38 seconds left to go. Third quarter of play. Punt, it's a good snap, good clean punt. Punt is up and away, almost blocked. Going to be taken fair caught right at the 43-yard line. And that is where Alex Wall will catch it for the Leavenworth Pioneers.
Yep, and 20. It seems like this quarter's gone very, very quick. I mean, sometimes you want to say, well, what team has had the best quarter? You could say that it was Leavenworth who controlled the first. Then, of course, Shawnee Mission Northwest controls the second. In this one, I believe the kids will call this one a push.
Follow 810varsity.com on Facebook and Twitter. The rest of the season, we'll choose a weekly winner for $50 gift certificate to Best Buy. Nick and Jakes and more. Follow 810varsity.com on Facebook and Twitter today. That seems like a pretty good deal, especially if you're a college student and you don't have quite the money. $50 is always good. Pistol formation to start things out here is Judson going to have a receiver on the near side across the 40 to the 45. So on his feet, we do have a flag on the play, though, as he worked his way to the 48 to midfield.
Yeah, it looks like one of the wide receivers for Leavenworth might get flagged on that play. But good thing is I love that slip screen where you can bring the wide receivers out. They have to really branch out, and all of a sudden he just slips the ball in, and the guys can just bring it upfield.
And we do have an injured player down for Shawnee Mission Northwest. It's Alex Allen, the defensive back, as well as the wide receiving option for this team. Looks like we might have an ankle issue or something. It doesn't look to be too serious. At this point, all you can hope and pray is that's exactly what it is. Nothing too serious, and it's just a little nick. Play Kansas City's most popular four-man scramble, over 7,800 yards. It's the Monster Mash at Dubs Dread, October 7th. Call Dubs Dread Golf Club at 913-324-5005. That's 5005. Or visit DubsDreadGolfClub.com. So it's Austin Vanderpool instead of Alex Allen. Sorry, I saw only the one on the right side part of his jersey. 1st and 18 for the Pioneers as they start this thing. 21 seconds left to go, third quarter of play. Ball right at the 29-yard line. Pistol formation, 4 receivers set once again. Low snap for Cole. Cole rolls out far side, going to be rushed in the backfield. Still on his feet, cuts back near side. Going to throw middle of the field as a receiver, and it's a low throw and an incomplete pass as the man on the reception was number 14 and Jeff George.
Yeah, but
they say never trust a man with 2 first names. Well, Judson Cole trusted Jeff George right there.
Well, I think it comes to a football term. So would you ever trust a guy named Jeff George?
It sounds like a good receiving option to me. If I'm a quarterback, in fact, anything's a good receiving option to me because I can't throw with anything. Pistol formation once again as Cole steps out. Low snap once again, corrals it, works to his left side. Handoff Randall, full head of steam, once ahead, trying to get across the 30 to the 31, and everyone on the ground, we might have a fumble. You can hear the frustration in the Shawnee Mission Northwest crowd here on senior night. And with that buzzer, we move to the 4th quarter of play here at District Stadium. Shawnee Mission Northwest 10, Leavenworth Pioneers 7. Here on your home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Yep, well, one of the things going into the 4th quarter, especially if you were Leavenworth, this, so far has been your ugliest quarter. You haven't been able to do much on offense. The defense has really given up big plays, but it's been a bend but don't break quarter for the defense. One of the other things is the low snaps. I don't know about you, but if I were wearing some blue and white, I'd be feeling a little nervous right now. Every time, especially on this series, every time been able to snap the ball back in that shotgun, the ball has just been really, ankle high, not even up to his knees, but it's been ankle high the whole entire time. Even skidded a few times. So all of a sudden, you don't want that play where, it's basically just a line drive, at ground level, and the ball goes back 5-10 yards. Very, very dangerous.
So we'll switch sides, and now the Pioneers will be working left to right, ball right at about the 30-yard line, directly in the middle of the field between the left and right hash mark. Pistol formation once again. It's a long snapper, and Nathan Butler. Clean, belt high snap. Cole going to stand in the pocket, now going to elect to run across the 40, still on his feet near side, trying to get to the 39, short of the initial line of scrimmage, as it was a 3rd and 18 attempt, and that's going to bring out the punting team.
That will bring out the punting team, but one of the things that I am impressed with is this Judson Cole. I mean, one of the things that it's really impressing me is the awareness of a quarterback. I mean, we talk about it when we do games, on Friday night for A10 Varsity.com, where we talk about the awareness of having a quarterback, recognizing the pressure. He's doing a great job of that, and really, from our vantage point, it didn't look like he was being pressured, but sensing that this pocket is collapsing, you have to do something with it.
So here we go, pump formation once again as Judson Cole standing right back on the right hash mark at the 25-yard line. This one's a beauty. It's going to be taken by Luke Fields right at the 27-yard line on the fair catch attempt. So that's where we'll see the Cougar offense come out once again as Colton Dirks can he lead his team to victory here in the fourth quarter of play. He's going to get an opportunity here on senior night. These are those last 11 minutes left to go at District Stadium. It could be an emotional night for him, but it could also be a big win for his Cougar offense if they can actually pull it out.
Yeah, and like we said, we really said this at the top of the broadcast, the winner of this game sitting in the catbird seat in District 1 of Class 6A ball. So, you win this game, all of a sudden you were headed towards really, you can do no better unless crazy things happen than a second-place finish.
And it makes a 2-5 record currently look that much better at 3-5.
Looks like we had a penalty on the play. Looks like it will be on Leavenworth, as we saw a lot of the orange and black clad Shawnee Mission Northwest fans clapping and hooting and hollering about that.
So they are going to move it up, and this looks like a 15-yard personal foul penalty, as the ball is going to be placed right on the near side part of the 49-yard line. It's going to be 1 yard away from Pioneer territory. It's where Colton Dirk starts this drive. And he's going to go under center. 3 set back once again as Austin Vanderpool is the deep back right at the 37-yard line. Pioneer's going to blitz everyone. Handoff will go near side across the 50 into Pioneer territory to the 47. And before forward progress is marked, Devin Shockley on the carry.
Yeah, and really this whole half, you've been seeing right when they're about to snap the ball, 1, 2, or even I've seen 3 of the Leavenworth defenders just bum rush the line and really daring them to throw some play action at them or daring them to throw the football. I mean, their pass rush this whole game has really been ferocious.
So it'll be a gain of 3 yards on the 2nd and 7 attempt as Dirks goes under his center, and Grant Pitrick, 220-pound senior right there. Everybody up on the line for the Pioneers. Handoff will go left side, cut around to cut the corner across the 45 and hops his way to the 43-yard line. Good run right there by Devin Shockley.
And Shockley, the little fella, getting in there and taking a little contact, but with that clock ticking down, if the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars can really sustain a drive right here, which is going to be very, very key. If they can bleed about 3 or 4 minutes off this clock before whether they have to give the ball up or they score, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, the more you leave off for a comeback by these Leavenworth Pioneers.
Clock continuing to tick, 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 and it's starting to become an issue for Leavenworth. 9:45 left to go. Handoff will go to the deep back, and Vanderpool across the 40 and down to the 34-yard line is Austin Vanderpool.
And plays like that are really, that's what's really going to help bleed this clock. You can get those 2-3-yard plays, but then all of a sudden you get a 6 or 7-yard play. The clock starts to, like you said, it's not going to be your friend. It's going to be your enemy. And really, in a game like this where the winner, you're sitting fine. The loser of this game, they got to do a little scoreboard watching, for tomorrow night's game.
New set of downs for the Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10, ball 35-yard line. into Pioneer territory. 3 deep backs once again, 1 receiver to the top of your screen. Hard count as Dirks, hand off Vanderpool, right side. Vanderpool working his way across the 30 and down to the 28-yard line as he slips a couple of tackles.
And this offensive line, they're doing a great job. It looks like we do have an injured player down. He is now getting back up, excuse me. But, you know.
You're really quick to call people injured tonight.
Well, you know, a lot of guys have been sitting down. I'm sorry about that, sir.
It's an intense game, man.
It is an intense game.
Under 9 minutes to play here, fourth quarter, as Luke Fields checks back into the game for the Cougar offense.
And the way, you know, the physicality of this game, how it's gone the whole game, you are starting to see guys come up very, very slow.
Ball right in the middle part of the field between the 2 hash marks. Handoff will go to Vanderpool. Correction. Yeah, Vanderpool works near side across, trying to get to the 30-yard line. Couldn't quite cut the corner as DeAndre Mapp hauls him down to the backfield.
I think one of the things.
And it looks like we might actually have an injured player for the Leavenworth Pioneers as he kind of dropped to his knees right at the 29-yard line.
Yep, we do have an injured player down, but one of the things I'm seeing from Leavenworth is a lot of these guys, you know, from the defensive linemen to the, you know, to the cornerbacks, guys have hands on their hips. I mean, some of these guys play both sides of the football, so they have to be dog-tired, not really getting any type of reprieve other than a few timeouts and halftime.
And this starting to look serious as they brought the trainers out onto the field. He's on his back with his knees up in the air, trying to get him evaluated as all the Leavenworth players are down on their left knees, looking over their fellow peer. Score here, though, fourth quarter of play, 8:26 left to go, 10-7 in favor of the home team in Shawnee Mission Northwest. It's been a game of back and forth. We have yet to have a score here in the second half of play. Second half has amounted to 4 punts so far, as it's really been a defensive battle. Both teams came into this game with a combined record of, 3 wins and 11 losses. So it was going to be a battle. You knew both teams had a lot to offer as Eric Harris is now finally being able to walk off on the field on the strength of his own power, and that's what you like to see. You never like to see anyone get credit out. These kids play the game because they love it, and they give blood, sweat, and tears. It's just sometimes you wish the injuries didn't occur, and this is certainly an issue that we would have preferred not to see tonight.
Yeah, definitely. In a game, you know, you talked about the passion and, you know, and the intensity these two teams have been playing with. I mean, even though these records don't indicate, you know, a 1-6 and 2-5 team, they certainly are playing like it. And that's a credit to these coaches that have kept these kids on task, and, you know, there are bigger goals ahead for the season.
Offset I formation, 1 tight end gets a lead blocker. Handoff will go right side across the 20, still on his feet to the 15. A flag is on the field, though, as he works his way to the 14-yard line.
And that one may be coming back, but that was a great job by the offensive line, pushing to the outside, especially those offensive guards on the right side.
Marcus Collin was on the carry for the Cougars. So with 8:06 left to go, Cougars working, trying to score, make this a 2-possession game. It'd be huge. Neither team has been able to put a point up in the board here in the second half. And it looks like they are going to call this one against the Cougars as the offense is backing up. Some of the Cougar faithful sensing that it might be a first down, as they're going to mark it about 5 yards shy. 8:06 left to go. Cougars driving here as they lead this one by 3. They've milked about 3 minutes off the clock as they initially took possession with the 11-minute mark. Cougars working right to left. 1 tight end set, 2 in the backfield. Offset I formation. He's going to get a pitch, gets a lead block in the middle. Across the 30, still on his feet, cuts back midfield. 25, touchdown, and marked down at the 24-yard line.
And that was just a great cutback. I mean, was going to the near side of the field, coming towards his own sideline. All of a sudden, you see him dart back up to the middle of the field, recognizing he had the space. I mean, these running backs, you know, for both teams and even the wide receivers, I love how they're recognizing the open space once they get the football, and they're doing a great job of exploiting it.
So it'll be enough for the first down. They'll give them a first down right. And there's also a flag on the defensive side of the ball. How about that? I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it looks like it just maybe came right after the play was over.
And move the ball all the way up to the 16-yard line. So if you're a Cougar fan, that's what you like to see. You keep that ball moving. You keep that clock ticking. So we're now under 8 minutes. 7:56 left to go, fourth quarter. Cougars still driving here on senior night. Honoring quite a bit of seniors. This class has been very successful. They've been very scrappy. Handoff will go to Vanderpool. Left side, correction. Quarterback keeper is Dirks. Across the 10, gets a blocker down to the 5. Until the 4-yard line is Colton Dirks, who is able to cut the corner and use those legs to get a full head of steam inside the 5.
And Dirks took a nice little shot as he headed towards the sideline. I mean, and that's what you want. Your quarterback, really putting it on the line, not leaving it into the hands of his receivers, and really kind of, in a way, called his own number as he had some options coming over here on the near side over by us. But one of the things I'm really impressed by is he's really taken command of this series.
So it'll be first and goal. Cougars break the huddle. 3 set back deep. Vanderpool is the deep back at about the 10-yard line. Handoff will go left side. Vanderpool breaks the tackle into the secondary. Touchdown Cougars. That's a big touchdown. It makes it a 2-possession game for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Yeah, and it's go time for these Leavenworth Pioneers. And in a situation like this where you have to get points, I mean, the bend but don't break defense from the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars really carried the way and really propelled the offense into a good series.
Well, with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to say, you hate to say that might have been the nail in the coffin, but the way the offense has worked so far here in the second half of the Pioneers, that might just be it. 16-7 is your score, the extra point pending for the Cougars.
Looks like we do have a flag on the field, and the referees are discussing it with the Leavenworth Pioneers.
In this case, if there is a flag on the field, I believe they would take the touchdown back if it is on the offensive side of the ball. Unsportsmanlike, so it'll just back it up on the field for the field goal attempt. It'll keep the points on the board. That makes what would have been a give me extra point a little bit rougher.
It looks like it'll just be on the kickoff, yes. Unlike college rules where they enforce it on the try, it will be enforced on the kickoff. So that could be interesting as well. I mean, a short field, leave them enough time. Hey, get an onside kick. You never know what can happen.
Extra point is up right through the middle of the uprights. It's good. Makes our score 17-10. Leavenworth needing some points in a hurry. We're under 10 minutes left to go here, fourth quarter. 7:24. You're listening to 810varsity.com. My name's Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by my color analyst, Andrew Hammond. And if you're just now joining us, where have you been? You've missed quite a game as this has been back and forth. We just got our first score of the second half here with 7:24 left to play in the fourth quarter. A big run by Austin Vanderpool, the 6-foot, 200-pound bruising back for the Cougars.
Yeah, really coming back on this drive for Shawnee Mission, not Shawnee Mission, but for Leavenworth, one of the things I really want to see is how they're going to approach this. Do you just, let it all fly out, you try and get that quick score, or do you try and, build some momentum, try and sustain a drive, and then, get the onside kick? I mean, you have a lot of options. They've done very well doing both, but now is the time. This is where the coaches get paid. You're down 10, 7:24 left to go. Do you, try and throw a wrinkle and try and, confuse this Shawnee Mission Northwest team, a team that's really kind of fixed their defensive woes from the first half.
Jason Randall as well as C.J. Baker back deep right at about the 20-yard line for the Leavenworth Pioneers. Alex Allen will come on to kick once again. He takes 3 steps to the right. Right-footed kicker going to take it, and here's the charge towards the ball. The ball is up, and it's good. It's a high end-over-end cook. Stepping back is Jason Randall. He'll take it about the 15-yard line. Full head of steam, gets a block across the 30, and he's wrapped up and brought down at the 34-yard line. It's Jason Randall.
And here comes the offense. I mean, a scrappy bend, but against a scrappy, bend but don't break defense. I mean, they've really held their ground, and penalties and turnovers really set the story for after they scored their touchdown, after they really had a lot of the momentum, a majority of the first half.
So let's see, we're going to see Judson Cole come out once again. His team's down 10. Let's see what kind of leadership he can provide. We're going to see 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers for the Cougar defense. 4 receivers set, pistol formation once again, belt high snap. Cole wants to set back, going to throw a little screen pass to Randall. Randall left side, gets a block, still on his feet, trying to cut the corner across the 40 and down at the 50-yard line. He's got enough for the 45-yard line. He has enough for the first down and then some.
Yeah, that was a bit of a drop back jump pass, if you want to call it that. He was dropping back and all of a sudden recognized he had to get rid of the ball in a hurry. He just kind of jumped in, put it over a defender. But that was a great job avoiding the pressure by Judson Cole.
Let's see what head coach Kevin Kopetsky has up his sleeve. His team finds themselves down by 10, almost into Cougar territory. 1st and 10, ball at the Pioneer 45-yard line. Pistol formation once again as Nathan Butler gets ready to snap the ball. 4 receivers set to each side. Judson looks at his arm for a play call. Looks far side, back to the corner. Touches the ground once again with the right hand. Belt high snap, handoff will be a fake handoff to Randall. Pitch to the far side on screen pass across the 50 and into Cougar territory are the Pioneers.
Yeah, and that was a great job selling that once again. I mean, Judson Cole, he must have some magicians in his family because he really sold that run. He sold the draw play and a little read option. All of a sudden, he just pops it out to the wide receiver. All of a sudden, he's got 5 or 6 yards of space right in front of him.
So it'll be 2nd and 4, ball at the Cougar 49-yard line. Pioneers threatening once again. Pistol formation, low snap this time. Pitch will go to Randall. Randall with a couple blockers in front of him. Looks to throw, still going to keep it. He's on his feet across the 50, maybe gets a gain of 1 as he squirted his way to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, a little trickeration once again. Do you throw something at the Cougars they haven't seen before? Had the play, but, once again, that bend but don't break defense. And really it's held these Pioneers to 7 points, comes through again.
All right, here we go. Under 6 minutes, 30 seconds left to play, 4th quarter. Pioneers down 10. They need to pick up the tempo right now. They're down 2 possessions, and they don't look to be in too big of a hurry. 4 receiver set once again, pistol formation. Judson barks out the orders. Low snap once again, handoff Randall up the middle. Full head of steam, has the first down and then some as he squirted his way to the 44-yard line.
In a situation like this, you get the first down. Yes, they have to reset the chains, but you got to have a play ready. You got to have your guys up to the line. Got to keep moving here. 6:17 left to go. A matter of seconds where you're standing around. That's 4 or 5 seconds that you may need at the end of the ball game.
You got to start to show some kind of a sense of urgency, especially when you're down 2 scores. 6:14 left to go, 17-7. Ball 1st and 10, Cougar 43-yard line. Pistol formation once again, belt high snap. Judson or Cole going to take it himself, wants to throw downfield, going to keep it. Quarterback keeper across the 40, maybe to the 39-yard line on the 3-yard carry.
And he's definitely going to need to get out of bounds on that one. Spend a little too much time tight roping the sideline a little bit. I mean, you're down to 5:50 on the clock. Every second is precious at this point where you're down 10.
So let's see. See where they officially mark it. It'll be inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. So it'll be about 2nd and 6. It'll go for a gain of 4. Ball 39-yard line. Pistol formation once again. Good snap this time. Quarterback keeper is Cole. Runs near side, trying to cut the corner across the 40 to the 35. Has enough for the first down. It'll move the chains once again.
And that was a great job by Cole. I mean, all of a sudden he, once again gives a fake off the read option as he's coming up the near side towards the sideline, towards us here in the box. All you could see were orange jerseys in his way. And, I was really impressed that he got, actually, they did not give him the third down. He was about a yard away. But, great job of avoiding the pressure and, getting some yardage.
So it'll be third down line. Or 3rd down and 1. 3 down linemen, they're going to blitz 4. It'll be a delayed handoff to Randall. Pitch to Randall, cuts back far side and dives for the first down as he almost tripped himself up. But he has enough for the first down.
That was a trip, slip, fall, dive, kind of a combination of all of them, but he does get the first. 4:58 left to go. And look at this. Once again, you talked about the sense of urgency. 4:58 left to go. They're already in a formation. They just need the play call. So as soon as they're set, that ball needs to be snapped.
They find themselves down 10, still showing no sense of urgency here. Play clock going to start ticking at 25 seconds left. 4:55 on the game clock. Pistol formation. Ball snapped, 19 left to go on the play clock. Cole runs out near side, cuts back left side, now going to come near side. He's going to take it himself across the 30, into the secondary, across the 20, still on his feet, to the 15. He might go for days. Touchdown, Leavenworth, as he dives into the end zone. A big run by Judson Cole. That is the second big play we've seen of him today.
Sense of urgency, you know what? I think we both have to apologize to the family of Judson Cole if they were watching, or any family and friends he had, because that kid had a sense of urgency. Sense that he was going to get tackled, urgency enough, I got to start moving the football, and just a great job of avoiding the pressure. I mean, zigzagging all over the field. It reminds me of France Arkenton, one of those old NFL film shots. But, hey, 4:39 left to go. Plenty of time. You don't, in a situation like this, you don't have to kick an onside field goal. But what are they going to do here?
The score comes with 4 minutes, 39 seconds left. Plenty of time to get a stop and get another possession for the Pioneers. Score 17-13, extra point pending. This one is up. Good hold, good snap. Low punt, knuckleball of a kick right through the middle of the uprights. Leavenworth gets it. They pull within 3. 4:39 left to go. Fourth quarter of play.
One of the last guys come out the field, Jetson Cole, limping a little bit. Remember, he does have to go back on defense, so we will see what happens. But here comes. This is what these coaches get spotlighted for, and they get paid for. Decisions like this. 4:39 left to go. You're down 3. In a situation like this, I would definitely kick this one away. You know, you never know what can happen. I'd put in my defense's hands. The defense it's really played impressively all day long, even though they've given up 17. But, you know, they've done an excellent job. And, you know, other than a couple of home run plays by the Shawnee Mission Northwest Cougars, you know, your defense has played solid, and they've forced turnovers. Very, very key.
4 minutes, 39 seconds left is what the Cougars will have to roll with. And all they're trying to do is make sure that clock continues to tick. They love hearing that tick, 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 because they're trying to get their second win here in this district. 2 wins pretty much will get you into the playoffs. Judson Cole, you talk about that limp, he'll come on to do the kicking once again. Snap for the onside kick, and it'll be a good one. It'll be taken, it'll bounce at the 50, still on the feet, and the Pioneers might have it. They might have it after the onside kick, but we do have a flag on the field. I don't think it went 10 yards. They kicked it at the 40, and it looks like they recovered it at the 49.
We do have a flag, but if that thing was touched by a Shawnee Mission Northwest, then the play is negated, and wow, and it looks like the play, well, referees are still discussing it, but if there's any contact by it, forget the 10 yards, it would be Leavenworth football.
We're going to see the offensive unit for Shawnee Mission Northwest come out as Austin Vanderpool is one of the first ones out there. So, you know, you take the risk with the onside kick, and, you know, you almost get it. But now you give the Cougars good field position right at midfield.
Yeah, and they've really hit the home run play having the short field. So in that situation, I would rather have them score on me with, you know, going about 70 to 80 yards and taking time off the clock, or a quick strike and you're down 2 scores once again with about 3 minutes left.
So Colton Dirks will come out 3 setback once again as Vanderpool's the deep back at the 38-yard line. Handoff will go Vanderpool right side, works his way full head of steam to the 46-yard line on the 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
And one of the things I'm seeing right now is really kind of speeding up to the line a little bit from Shawnee Mission Northwest. I mean, they're already getting in the huddle. One of the things you want to do, you know, you don't want to lie down and, you know, fake injuries, but you got to stall the clock a little bit.
Correction. It'll be 2nd and 8 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Big second down for the defense of the Pioneers right here. They're going to show 4 down linemen to start things and 3 safeties in case of a throw. 3 setback deep as now they're going to blitz their linebackers. Handoff will go to Vanderpool. Vanderpool finds the line and almost has the first down. He'll be just short as he needed to get to the 39. He got to the 41.
But one of the benefits, if they do force a 3 and out, or, you know, a touchdown deep, or even a field goal, you still have 3 timeouts. But as Vanderpool is just pretty much gashing these, you know, these Pioneer defenders, all of a sudden you're going to start taking those precious timeouts.
So it'll be Cougar ball under 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down right here for the Leavenworth defense. They need a turnover, or they need to get a turnover on downs or force the Cougars to punt. Preferably a fumble right here would do them wonders and give them plenty of time. Clock still ticking under 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. Play clock right at 5 seconds. Handoff going to go. And we're going to have flags all over the field as we might have a false start in the offensive line, as Colton Dirks is arguing with the back judge, saying that the defensive line of Leavenworth was offsides first.
And Dirks is not happy. He was screaming at the official. He was screaming at his own offensive lineman. Somebody's got to calm that kid down right now.
17-14, 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go, 4th quarter of play. That false start backs it up 5 yards, so it'll make it a 3rd and 6 at the 46-yard line. They need to get to about an inch past the 40-yard line and then to the 39 to get the first down. Cougars already in Pioneer territory as they took this drive at the 50-yard line. 3:05 left to go, fourth quarter. Cougars going to break the huddle. Dirks will go under center. Strong I formation set. Receiver splits each side. Blitz coming for the Pioneers. They're going to rush in the backfield. Dirks struggling, and he's got a completed pass across the 40. He's got the first down and into the secondary. Across the 10, the 5, touchdown Cougars. How about that? They needed to avoid the big play opportunities, and Colton Dirks burned them for blitzing everybody.
And the door, I believe, has officially been slammed on this thing. 2:48 left to go. A back-breaking play, but Colton Dirks, the leadership on that play. I mean, the basically all the confusion on that play, and all of a sudden, he brings up on a huge play, and just a strike, throws a strike right down the middle of the field, touchdown, and it looks like this may be the ball game.
Well, you'd like to say that it's a high snap, good kick right through the middle of the uprights. 24-14 is your score here at District Stadium. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. We've got a barn burner on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, and you'd like to say that down 10 with 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go, that this one is pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered for the Cougars, but not with the way the Pioneers just ran down the field on their last drive.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this game is, definitely certainly not over. But one of the things that I've really paid attention to is this is a tired, very, very tired Pioneer team. I believe we're getting some. I believe there's actually going to be a light show afterwards. They were just announcing it on the PA system, so that'll be fun to watch after the ball game. But we still got some fireworks, some late game fireworks in this one.
Alex Allen will come on to kick. It'll be a high, beautiful end-over-end kick. Backing up is C.J. Baker, as he's going to let this one bounce in the end zone by the soccer squad. So the Pioneers will start this drive on the 20-yard line. They find themselves down 10 with 2:48 left to go. We didn't really see a sense of urgency on the last drive. I think we're going to see it this time.
Yeah, definitely. But one of the things that I always love is when the kickoff after a big score, and that kicker, he gets so much momentum, and he just blasts one out of the end zone, as you saw right there. Just a nice, beautiful, like you said, high end-over-end kick. And 80 yards to pay dirt, 2:48 left to go. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but if miracles are going to happen, wouldn't you want this quarterback to be in charge?
Pistol formation. Judson Cole came off limping off the last series. Four receivers set. Going to roll out far side. Going to look to throw. Going to throw down the field as a receiver at midfield, and it goes out of bounds as an incomplete pass. You can see the frustration from the Leavenworth faithful here on the near side part of the grandstand. Very sparse on the visiting side, as we are almost really full here on the near side on the main grandstand. A little bit of empty steel bleachers, but that's to be expected on a cold October night. Temperature at kickoff was around 53 degrees. 2:42 left to go, second and 10, ball at 20-yard line. Judson Cole going to throw, and it's going to be batted down by the line of scrimmage. And now they're going to face a big third down.
That was a big number 74 batting that one down, and giving Cole a little lip. I'm surprised the officials didn't talk to him, tell him, hey, calm it down, son. But 2:39 left to go. I mean, the ebb and flow of this game has just been unbelievable. I mean, you figured that somebody would grab the momentum, all of a sudden it's gone.
So it'll be a third and a mile. Belt high snap. Judson Cole wants to roll out. Going to throw far side. Completed pass, enough for the first down as Tristan Anderson, Tristan Anderson was falling down as he caught that ball. He'll be spotted right at about the 40 or the 37-yard line. So it'll be first and 10, 2:31 left to go, third quarter. Pioneers working left to right, trying to go west to east. Belt high snap is Cole once again going to keep it himself. Wants to throw, still looking, trying to cut the corner across the 40 into the 42-yard line and out of bounds.
And this kid has just been taking prime hits every single time he's gone out of bounds, especially in the fourth quarter. But one of the things I'm really looking at as we do a little quick reset, 2:18 left to go, 24-14. Both these teams have 3 timeouts. I mean, I am really surprised by this, that Leavenworth, even though, yes, that you want to keep your timeouts, if you just so happen to score and get some time. But right now, now's not the time to be. They don't like cell phone minutes. They don't carry over.
It'll be a 3-yard run as Cole handoff will go to Randall. Full head of steam right up the middle. Has a first down. Overhops the defender and in to Cougar territory as he's going to be marked dead at the 46-yard line. Randall, or Jason Randall. I've never seen someone run with more purpose in my life than when he gets the ball right up the middle of the field.
Yeah. Wide open spaces for this kid, but as they're getting the play set and empty backfield, okay.
Clock will start once again. Clock still ticking, 2:05. 18 seconds left to go on the play clock. Judson going to take it, rolls out near side, has enough for the first down and down at the 39-yard line, if you want to call it.
And 155, 154, 153 left to go in this one. Once again, the clock is ticking. No timeouts being called. I mean, a lot of these guys have been playing both sides of the football the entire game, and you aren't getting the timeouts to help them out. And there we go. There's going to be your first timeout.
So we have a timeout on Leavenworth's sides. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, follow 810 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter. The rest of the season, we'll choose a weekly winner for $50 gift certificates to Best Buy, Nick and Jake's, and more. Follow 810 Varsity on Facebook and Twitter today, and you could be going home with $50. Score right now with 1:39 left to go, fourth quarter of play here at Shawnee Mission North High School. Shawnee Mission Northwest leading this one by 10, 24-14 over the Leavenworth Pioneers. Both teams came into this game with a combined 3 wins and 11 losses, and they've looked about as even of a matched opponents as you can be.
Yeah, and we keep saying it. I mean, we said at the beginning of the game. Seems like we keep saying it every 5 minutes, but I'm really impressed. Personally, I'm impressed by the coaches of both these teams. You know, despite the records, I mean, if it were some other, different states, like whether it's Texas, Florida, these teams might not be sniffing the playoffs. But the beauty of, especially Kansas football, is they get that second season, they get that district. So these teams, yeah, they had bad league schedules, but you know what? They don't play like it. These teams are very, very impressive.
So it'll be 2nd and 1. High snap once again as Cole brings it down. Rolls out near side, looks to throw, head of the backfield, still on his feet, has the first down, gets to the 35-yard line. Judson Cole has made plays for this team all day long. He had a play in the first half where he was kind of running around all over the field, almost tackled right at midfield, and then throws a dart to Jason Randall at the 25-yard line that goes for a touchdown. And then on the previous drive, we see him run for about a zigzag 30-yard touchdown run that I think he pretty much went south to north on that one.
South, north, east, west, northwest, southwest. He went all over the place and scored, but he's got to do it. He's got to do that again very quickly.
Clock still ticking. 1:15 left to go. Cole going to take it himself. Calls his own number once again. Going to throw a forward pass. Has it. Completed pass across the 15 and pushed out of bounds, as I believe C.J. Baker was on the reception.
1:10 left to go. If they can get a score within the next 2 plays, you have 2 timeouts. You can't kick it to them because they're basically just going to run it out. But, you're in a situation where that comes up for debate. Do you try and kick it deep? Do you try and kick an onside kick? Well, of course, you got to score.
The boundary markers are your friends here, and anything that you can do to stop the clock is your friend. High snap once again. Handoff will go to Jason Randall. Wrapped up in the backfield, still on his feet, though, as he breaks another tackle. Now cutting back near side. Doesn't have anything. Cuts back left, pulls up forward. Still on his feet across the 35 and the 24, and he actually lost a yard, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
My question is, why are you running a run play with 56 seconds left to go and you are up 2? I mean, you're down 10, excuse me. Where's my head at?
Well, when you got a guy like Jason Randall who's pretty much been running the ball all day long efficiently, I think it's okay to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he almost got away with it, but, those precious seconds ticking off the clock.
The Kansas City Command season tickets for the 2012 Arena Football League season at Sprint Center are on sale now. Call 855-KC Arena to secure your tickets today. If you like normal football and if you've never seen an arena football game, I suggest you go and see it. They deal, if I'm not wrong, they deal with about half the field.
Yeah.
It's about 25 yards on each side of the field, and it's about as entertaining as it can come.
Oh, yeah, it's entertaining, and, one of the things I love about it is if you catch a ball, you keep it. If you catch a player, you got to throw him back. But, I'd hate to be one of those players, especially on the road. If the fans don't like you, they might want to keep you.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. My name's Aaron Berlin, joined alongside by my color commentator, Andrew Hammond, for this evening's broadcast. 24-14, 56 seconds left to go. Shawnee Mission Northwest with a 10-point lead. Cole going to roll out far side, going to throw completed pass right at the first down marker. I think he's going to be short, as it looks like he's just short of the marker, as you can hear the Shawnee Mission Northwest fans. A little bit of frustration as this one is not wrapped up and signed, sealed, and delivered quite yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, Judson Cole, he's kind of like that cop in the second Terminator. He just won't go down. He has a never say die attitude, and the fans are just like, oh, let him go. Like, go get him.
Be 3rd down and 1, ball at the 14-yard line. Shotgun formation, everyone out to receive this time. Cole going to throw, has a receiver as Randall. Right in between the 5-yard line. I think it's going to be an incomplete pass as it was thrown and bounced right in front of him. 45 seconds left to go on the clock. Big 4th down right here. Let's see what the defense decides to do. And we might see the kicking team come out to try and get those 3 points on the board.
Interesting call right here, but you know what? In a way, it is a smart call. You need to get any type of points in this situation. So try and, get the simplest amount of points right here, but no, we will be seeing the offense.
Pioneers break the huddle. That'll be first time we've seen them go under center all day. Judson Cole hadn't gone under center all day long, and we're going to see a timeout by Shawnee Mission Northwest as they lined up for what they thought was going to be a field goal situation.
Yeah, I mean, they did bring out some of the guys on the field goal unit, but one of the things that in a way, this is smart football. Even though you're down 10, you may be watching this game and thinking to yourself, hey, why not go for 7? Get the easiest points you can right now, because either way, it's going to be difficult getting whether it's 7 or it's 3 off the onside kick, because you still have to try and get the ball back.
Well, you got to get points, and you got to get them fast if you're Leavenworth High School. You find yourself down 10 with 44 seconds left to go, and that clock's not gaining any time. It's only losing it. Ball at the 14-yard line, 4th and 1. Big 4th down play right here for the Pioneers. This could be the game, as it looks like the offensive unit is going to stay out there.
And they still have 1 timeout, so if they run the football, I'd anticipate the Pioneers taking the very, very quick
Judson Cole goes under Nathan Butler once again. Handoff will go to Randall. Cuts back near side, has the first down and into the secondary. Still on his feet across the 10. Touchdown, Leavenworth.
And they are still in this thing. I mean, my goodness. We were talking about if they get the first, call a timeout. If they score a touchdown, hey, get the onside team, get the hands team out.
So there's still plenty of time left for the Leavenworth Pioneers to put this thing together. 24-20 is your score with under 40 seconds left to go. The clock is at exactly 39.3 seconds. Pioneers are coming out, and you might kind of... we're going to see a field goal situation. I thought maybe they might try to go for 2.
They are going for 2.
Pistol formation once again. 3 receivers out wide. Cole runs near side, rush in the backfield, still on his feet, going to throw, completed pass, 2-point conversion, good for the Pioneers. It makes it 24-22. They're down by 2.
1 timeout, 39.3 seconds left to go. 2-point game. Man, this has been fun. It's been a barn burner. We thought this thing was over about 5-10 minutes ago, and all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, now these guys are 1 onside kick. And if they do get the ball, it'll probably most likely be past the 50-yard line. So less than 50 yards to go, 1 timeout, Judson Cole at quarterback. Yeah, this thing is far from over.
Well, a field goal will win it now for the Pioneers, but the key is getting the ball back. They had an unsuccessful onside kick last time that went 9 yards. They were penalized for that. It gave the ball to the Cougars right at the 50-yard line, and then we saw a nice touchdown pass by Colton Dirks.
Well, if I were the coach, and here's my strategy would be, try and kick it to your own team sideline and have everybody on the sideline. If there's a nice little mad scramble for it, you have everybody on the sideline screaming, their ball, their ball. The refs can't deny it that time.
Let's see this one. Onside formation for both teams is really Shawnee Mission Northwest stacking the near side part of the field. Judson Cole will come on to do the kicking duties, and here we go, onside kick, and this one going to be taken. It's a high kick and hit right as he catches it, but he did get it It'll be a Shawnee Mission Northwest possession.
And they're still scrambling for it, but it looks like as he was going down, he caught possession
And
of
let's see what we have at the bottom part of the pile. You know, when you get down to the bottom part of the pile, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And it will be Cougar ball, and that might secure this one. 39 seconds left. Pioneers only with one timeout. The Cougars can pretty much go into the victory formation, and that might do it here from Shawnee Mission North District Stadium.
And this has been a fun one, but, you know, if this score does hold up, because, hey, we've seen crazier things happen. The Cougars can rest easy, wait for next week, but for the Leavenworth Pioneers, they're going to do a little scoreboard watching, and, you know, depending on what happens next week, for them, it's win or you're in, or if you lose, it'll be see you next year.
The victory formation will come out as Colton Dirks goes under center, and there's the snap and the down, and the clock will continue to tick. We'll see one more down as the Pioneers blow their final timeout in hopes of maybe a fumbled snap or anything, you know, anything that they can do to get possession back. But it looks like this one is pretty much done from District Stadium.
Yeah, but to be quite honest with you, neither team has been able to snap the ball well all game, so, you know, this is where these centers really need to get a good snap off. But like you said, 36 seconds left, no timeouts. I mean, this Leavenworth team is, you know, a scrappy bunch of kids. Both these teams are just, you know, we're just scrapping and clawing and fighting, you know, the entire night, knowing that if you win, you're feeling pretty good about yourself heading into the last week of district play. And if you lose, you got to sit and wait.
Fans starting to clear out as it was a great crowd for two teams that really fought hard the entire game. And you got to feel, you kind of wish this was a game where there wasn't any losers, but sadly there has to be one. And it's really, you know, the missed opportunities killed Leavenworth. They had a couple chances where they were down in the red zone and just couldn't convert. As Colton Turks takes that snap down, and we'll see one more play before the Cougars can conceal a victory. And it's got to feel good here on senior night, as now both sides of the stands, you can see the Pioneer fans starting to pack up on the far side part of your screen. You can also see the Cougar fans rejoicing. They're 2-0 in district play. They have a big chance to move forward in the playoffs. This is a team that's mostly led by senior. It's a senior-laden group. It's an upperclassmen-led group. Largest school in the Shawnee Mission District getting a win tonight here at District Stadium on senior night. For Andrew Hammond, my name is Aaron Berlin. Cougars win this one going away 24-22, but not after a fight from the Leavenworth Pioneers. This has been an 810varsity.com production, and we appreciate you listening. You can catch high school football all throughout the week, Thursdays or Fridays on 810varsity.com, and we hope to be calling more Shawnee Mission Northwest games in the future. Cougars a winner here tonight, though, 24-22. We'll see you back here next week here on 810varsity.com.